And we're hot, up and running. Tonight we got Steve's 660 here, the Chinese 660 that I made. And a little bit of an update. It broke. The brake handle broke. So let's have a look at that. For those people that are watching this later, a lot more fun to join live. So live is much more fun. We can chat and hang out and all that other fun stuff. 3 people here. Who's here? You know what I never did to this thing? Gave it a sticker. Maybe we'll do that first. Nikki! It's too late? I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I know earlier was my deal, and So, hey, Larry. Leonard, welcome. I went on earlier, and I was just so completely busy. And as I was here, I was sitting, I was down here, and I heard the Steve's Kubota start up. He brought the backhoe over today, and we worked on fence posts. So, Ken, I never put a sticker on here. So, not that Steve really cares, but they should put a tab on these darn things. Good. It's crooked. Perfect. Nikki's in bed. I'm sorry, man. We've got this whole problem going on right here. It broke right here. Why? Oh. The bushing. Well, that came out. The bushing here. I think that just pushes out. That goes in there. So obviously this is busted. The other thing we got going here is we got a decompression valve that appears to not have a tip on it. Guess we'll get to that. Seems to be pretty solid. Of course, that's tightened down. I don't know why. No, this is a 660. Tim, welcome. What's going on? Now, if I remember right, I don't know if I put OEM studs on this or not. Certainly one of the things to do is to put OEM studs on here, but I don't remember if I did. Check and see how these are holding up. Seems to be fine. And of course it's stuck on the chain brake. So I guess he isn't using that anytime soon. Matt, is the brake string stiffer than it needs to be? Had that issue for if I wore up plastic like on the handle. I don't know. Maybe. Iron Horse is doing a red light 066. Okay, cool. I wonder how many 660s I've done. I think 3. I think it's 3. I'm wondering if this was actually the first one. It's very possible. When I do these, I start looking around for like things that are loose, like this. Oh, that's not going to do it. That'll be better. This should just fall off. For some reason, something's tight. Okay. Okay, there we go. Gotta get the covers off, that's all. P.A. Dan. Wrong color. Well, it's what I got sitting around to do, you know? This is definitely one of those pieces that ends up having a lifetime warranty. Not all China, no. Just mostly China. If I remember right. I think this is probably like the highway handle. To see how the AV mounts hold up. I don't remember what cylinder's on this one. It might be the cross, but I don't think so. On the other one that I have, I'm running a cross cylinder. Mason has that saw right now, though. Everything looks like it's in place except for that the brake handle. So yeah, something fatigued, huh? Oh well. I could like lay this down to the side in kind of a reasonable kind of way. Maybe there. Okay, that'll work. All right. I don't know of a great way to put on the brake spring, or detension it rather. Without getting hurt, you know. Go that far, but still. There. Pop. Okay. I'm sure there is, however, an install tool. Yes, I have. The Sarge actually sent me a really nifty little device to do the install, which is great. John sent me a here somewhere a 3/16 nut driver that he just filed down a little bit, and you just put it on there and slide it on down, and it's done. I think I've used it a grand total of once, because I ended up. He sent it to me basically when I was done building all these kits, you know. Little E-clip. This should lift right off of that. That should lift right off of that, and this should slide out. And there you have that. Literally tore. Matt, people I watch later for. Take care, Leonard. Leatherwood, welcome. What's going on, man? I was just kind of taking this apart here just to see what exactly was going on. Looks just like I need a new brake handle, that's all. So nothing exciting here. So what I'm going to do on a saw like this, as stuff breaks, I'll probably put an OEM piece in. So in this particular case, I guess I'm going to do an OEM brake handle. The other thing I could do. gotta swap out the decomp here. I was just doing more post holes today, Ken. Nothing too terribly exciting. Good thing we had the backhoe, though. Oh. Sugar maple. Is there one more here? Everything go okay, Larry? Good job? I think it's plugged. Still alive and good. Like pilots, a successful flight is when you have an airplane that's usable afterwards. After the landing. Something like that. I don't know. 6 cord of wood out of a tree. That's pretty good, huh? I love cutting maple. Maple's just so beautiful to cut. I forgot. I gotta take this off first. I haven't done 660s in a while. Sorry, guys. I can count them sometimes. $48. Yeah, it's good size. Just maple cuts nice. Just beautiful to cut. Just like butter. Ken, I have to confess, I've never used a winter block-off plate. Although I guess we're going to figure out right now whether which cylinder head I used. Or not. Maybe I can't tell. I don't remember. Yeah, it burns great. It's beautiful wood to cut. Just perfect to cut. Didn't mark the darn thing. Matt. Hey, Brandon. It's okay. gotta be careful. When things go like that, you can lose tips right down into the engine on these. There's a reason why Husky cylinders, at least in some ways, are superior. And it's because you can't lose a decompression valve tip down into, yeah, anyway. Happen to have a brand new OEM Husky. Fishing a bass tournament, Grand Lake. Sounds nice. Use a brand new OEM Husky D comp here. Good. So this, I think this upper AV mount went on one of my saws, but this looks like it's fine, so not going to worry about it. This saw gets used pretty hard, so certainly good to see. So at least some things are doing pretty good on it. But yeah, OEM Husky decomp, the blue ones. That's the ones you use on these saw. Okay, so very simply, I need to order more Husky decomps. I always seem to run out of those darn things. And a new brake handle. Okay. Just the brake handle, Ken. The brake handle snapped. Right over here. Halftime. No. One of these days I'll have a minute to come down here and figure out what all I've got for sale. Because there's plenty of stuff here I gotta get rid of. Gotta get rid of. So I think this is the highway handle. It might be a Farmer Tech top. I don't know. They are a little loose. Head bolts, gotta check them. And I don't check them hard, I just check them. And if it moves, it moves. Matt, could I sell all but 3 and be happy? Oh, that's a hard one. If I got the appropriate amount of money for what I sold, then maybe. Hey, Mega. Does that answer the question, Nikki? I think I'll get him a new oil cap too. An OEM oil cap. 660 oil cap. Yeah, it's tough. Not just because I put so much time into this stuff, but well, because I put so much time in. If I got the right amount of money for someone, I think I could sell them. But got a 455 with a burnt up piston. Tear it down. You're right, Larry. Time is money. But as far as I can see, there is no making it back in saws. You're not going to get paid for your time if you're working on saws. So my experience so far, you know, it may not be everybody's experience, but it certainly is mine. Even basic repairs. So far, if you make one little mistake with a saw, doing a basic repair, the whole thing eats itself, and then you're on the hook for the whole shoot. Especially the older ones. You got to do a full tear down and rebuild on them because you just can't trust things that are in there. I did that on a 181 not too long ago and got beat up on it because, um, against my better judgment, I just did a carburetor job. You know what you say now? You're a better man than I. That's for sure. How many people we got? 18 people. So check this out. We got 576 rods. Tools. Check this out. 576 rods. So if anybody needs one, they can let me know. Finally have. I gotta post something online about it. Let everybody know I got it. I think that's about it tonight for stuff I'm gonna do. So if you guys have stuff you want to chat about, yeah, these rods look really good. These are CNC machined out of regular old steel bar stock. So yeah, they're really nice and thread milled. Is there a short sleeve needed? Um, no, these are a little bit longer, Nikki. Ideally, if you're doing this, you might want to shorten the sleeve a tad. All you got to do is like grind an eighth of an inch off the end of the sleeve, but um, I still need to. These came out still a little bit shorter than I would have liked, but they'll definitely work for people that need them. They're definitely going to work. The the next batch will be even a little bit longer, I think. Just curious why it's threaded so long. Um, you mean this part? I don't know. Broke about $100 fishing rod. Sorry. The threads kind of go further beyond what you actually need, but um, really, I think once you get it on the crank, you basically get a thread or two started. You don't even need a washer on this. Just get a thread or two started and go go go. And you need to pull it down to here, and that's it. How much would people charge to rebuild a saw? Um, Larry, I was charging labor alone like 150 for a complete tear down and rebuild plus parts plus whatever modifications. And I think that was probably pretty cheap looking back at that. I'm really not doing a lot of that type of stuff anymore. What do I think of the $32 rebuild kits on HL Supply right now? Which ones are they? What saw are they for, Leatherwood? And if you do order from HL Supply, I would appreciate 660 and 372. Okay. I would appreciate you using my link. Here, let me do that. I'll go look at it right now, but um, if you could use my link, that would be great because I get credit for uh, referring people essentially. So I have an affiliate link with HL Supply, and all you got to do is click on the affiliate link, and I get credit essentially. Just to bring it up, that's all. Here we go. Hang on, we're gonna bring this right up. Hang on a second. everybody that's here, if you could do me a real solid and just click on this, and that way if you end up going to HL Supply, take care, Mega. Right there. Okay, so let's look at the kits you're talking about. Well, Ken, I do charge extra for mailing the case, so that's a separate service. Effectively, it's a machining service. Would you be as well off not to warranty rebuild for that money? Tell customer go to dealer for one to pay extra. Maybe. No, somebody was asking about the HL Supply sale, so there was a deal. I'll go to the blowout sale here and see. Inventory blowout, whatever that means. I'm getting there. Hang on. They have a 660 rebuild kit, 54mm rebuild kit, a plug, a top end for $28. That's pretty cheap, I suppose. Yeah, if I had to oh, wait a minute. Starter cord. 5.5 starter. Yeah, I don't have the. If I have to rebuild something these days, like I'm probably going to be using Meteor pistons. I think most, if not all, of the aftermarket heads need some sort of port work in order to perform. My opinion. So if you're going to get an aftermarket cylinder of any kind, I would imagine that I would imagine expecting to do port work. So, let's see. 372 heads, I tend to stay with OEM heads. The OEM heads are pretty nice, and they're not that expensive. I've done a few 350 aftermarket heads lately that are pretty good. The Warhawk ones are pretty inexpensive, and they're basically an exact clone of a 346 XP. So they really do a pretty good job on that. You can go back to my video the other night. I was doing a little bit of port work on that one, but it's really pretty good, I think. I don't know if that helps answer the question or not. Anything else going on, guys? Questions, comments, anything? Yeah, the Warhawk 346 XP clone cylinders that I've seen have darn nice beveling. The bevels look really nice in the cylinder. The plating looks pretty nice. I haven't, put the cylinder on a lathe or mill to see how true it is, but overall, what I did see of those lately, they were pretty nice. Matt, did I take the full hit on the 350 recently? What do you mean? I did take it down all the way, so I've resealed the crankcase here. Yeah, see, now the bearings are moving properly. Before, not so much. So, the cost on that Warhawk clone kit was, I don't know, 30, 35, $40, something like that, for the top end, as opposed to basically roughly $100 for the OEM. So right now I'm waiting to get parts. There's a base gasket on the way from E-Replacement Parts. Something was back ordered or whatever though, so it's going to be a little while before I get this thing back together. I'm most definitely hoping that the bearings and seals are okay. Can't imagine that they're not, but I'd love to have like a little cover you could just plunk right on top of there and pressurize it and see if the seals were good, you know? Yeah, I'd say $28 for a 660 top end is pretty good if you're willing to do a little bit of port work. You may have to do some machining too to get the squish right, you know? Maybe not. It shows up and you slap it together and you got 150, 160 pounds of compression and you're good. Still like Meteor pistons for those. Take care, Larry. Have a great day. Be safe out there. So yeah, I still like Meteor pistons for those. Also, OEM wrist pin and pin bearings. Night, Larry. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Leatherwood, just click on the link and it'll track you for like the next month. So if you order at any time, I get credit for it. That'd be great. Anybody else, if you can just, I'm going to post it again here. If you just click on it and then you'll get tracked. If you order something, then that's awesome, and I appreciate it. Definitely a great way to support the channel. There really aren't too many things that I ask, people to do is support the channel. I don't do super chats like Buckin or anything like that. I don't know. For me, it just doesn't really work for me. If you guys can click on the link, number one, and number two, if people buy my tools, basically, then that really helps support everything. Have a great night, James. Take care. Feel better, buddy. And I'm about to fall over, so I think I'm going to go lay down. Unless you guys have questions, comments, anything else. I don't remember if there's anything that I wanted to go over specifically. probably about due to place another order with HL Supply. So, all right, I guess we'll call it a night. If I come up with anything else to do, you guys will be the first to know. So, thanks for hanging out. Do appreciate it. And everybody be safe out there. And have a great night. Take care, guys.